In this video, let's learn how to use the line mask tool inside of PhotoRaw. Inside of PhotoRaw, I have this image of some broken glass, and I've gone into my effects tab and I've added on this photo filter to it. So let's enable this photo filter, and you can see I've pulled up on this amount all the way to 100, and it's made the filter incredibly blue. Now let's say we want to selectively apply this photo filter into specific areas in our image. We can do that really easily with the line mask tool. To selectively apply this photo filter, let's first head into the masking options for this photo filter. We can select this little rectangle here right by the title. You can see in our masking preview, it's all white. In masking, white reveals and black conceals. So what we want to do here is we want to invert this to black so that it's concealing this photo filter. That way we can go in and selectively apply the white areas to reveal that blue onto our scene. So let's head over here to the tool well inside of PhotoRaw, and we're going to access our masking tools here. Let's head up here to our top tool modifier bar, and you can access your line mask tool right here on the far right. You can also access your line mask tool by holding down Shift and hitting P on your keyboard. With the line mask tool selected, we can now create a mask just by dropping down a point anywhere on our photo. I'll just create one around this little frame here. And then we can navigate away from that point. We can see it creates a little bit of a preview line there for us. We can drop another point down, and we can just continue on until we've masked all the way around our object. Just like that. So now that we've created that shape here, we have a couple different options. Let's head up here to our mode menu, and we can either paint out or paint in. Now, when it comes to the modes, think about what you're trying to do with the mask first. For example, I'm not trying to paint away anything from this photo filter because nothing is actually visible right now. I need to actually paint something in for this photo filter to reveal itself onto the scene. So let's go up to our mode and let's switch that to paint in. Now let's go into that shape we've created, and you can see we have a little paint bucket here with the plus icon on it. If we were to be set to paint out, it would have a little minus icon on it. So let's go back to paint in here. I'll hover over that shape I created, and I'll just click, and you can see it's created that mask for me, and it's revealed that photo filter onto my image. With this shape I've created, I can modify the opacity and feathering of it directly up here in my top tool modifier bar. So if I don't want all of that photo filter being revealed, I can lower the opacity here, and it will decrease the strength of that filter. I can also modify the edge feathering with this slider. So if I want a little bit of softness to that edge, I can pull up on the feathering slider. So now that we've created this shape here, we can select done if we want to be done with our masking, and we can continue on in the edit, or we can actually stay in this line mask tool area, and we can create as many of these shapes as we want for this one mask. So let's just go over here and I'll show you a cool new way to curve lines with the line mask tool. So I'm going to zoom in quite a bit to this more circular area of broken glass. Let's create a shape here. I'm going to drop down a point, and then I'm going to drop down another point here. Obviously, this line isn't cutting it with this curve here. So to curve the line, let's head back over that line we just created. You'll see a little circular point in the middle. To curve that line, just grab that point, and you can drag it around to fit your photo. And you can see the line mask tool has done a great job of just curving around the more delicate areas of that broken glass. So let's go in here to our mode. Let's choose paint in, and let's add in that blue to that area. So now that we've created those two shapes, one thing we can do is we can readjust any of the points or curves on these shapes just by hovering over the shape, selecting it, and then we have that outline right there that we can modify. We can also add in points to it. So if I need to add in a point, all I have to do is right click, add point, and now I have another point to modify. If I need to remove a point, just right click the point, delete point.